And wet pavement with electronic stability control off.
You're listening to the Miami Heat pregame show on the Miami Heat Basketball Radio Network. Sponsored by
Xfinity. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today.
I mean, it just felt good to have Heat Nation in there. Heat Nation, we're going to figure this out. If they're with us, we're going to figure this out. I can promise them that we're going to figure this out.
For himself, his teammates, and the fan base, who Bam Adebayo was pleased to have in attendance on Thursday night. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Heat pregame show coming to you from the American Airlines Arena. Miami hosting Sacramento at the midway point of their longest homestand of the season. This is Sacramento's 70th anniversary year of their lone championship. To put that in perspective, America Loved You Harry Truman was the president, Bobby Thompson hit the shot heard around the world, and the Dolphins were still 15 years away from existence. The Kings have called Sacramento home since the mid-'80s, and with the exception of a great run in the early part of this century, they've had little to show for it, continuing to be bottom feeders out west. Again, they're still trying to figure things out, as sometimes unsuccessful franchises do. Erik Spoelstra knows from recent history how pesky these guys can be, regardless of their record at the time. Zaz held court with the Heat head coach, asking him about not only the Kings, but Jimmy Butler returning as well. Zaz?
All right, thanks, Tom. You got the head coach, Erik Spoelstra, here as the Heat continue the homestand tonight. It's the Sacramento Kings making their lone trip to South Florida. Let's go back a couple of nights ago against the Clippers. You guys played a pretty good first half there, and offensively, what stalled for you guys in the third?
You just have to stay with it. You know, they made a run, and then, in the second half, again, I think this is an area that we really have to improve, which we will. Aren't going down, can we still defend? And they got on a run there in the third quarter. I think it was a 40-point third quarter, and that's just too much. I mean, if you're able to make that a 27-point quarter, you put yourself in a great chance, really to win. Now, it still was really competitive going down the stretch, but you really, put yourself in a position at home, to go away with a win. But we're continuing to get better. There's some good moments, particularly from our young guys, and we're starting to get our guys back. Not everybody will be back, but it's happening in stages, and this is a good thing.
And how about Tyler's return? Because it would be expected that in the first three quarters, when he was missing, his shots were coming up short. But then in the fourth quarter, he had his best action of the game in the final 12 minutes, which I was surprised about considering all the time that he was off. So what does it say about him?
Yeah, he continues to be aggressive, and I think that's the most important thing. Not to let it get to you if you're a little bit out of rhythm. You miss some open looks, and he typically finds a way to get those down. But in the fourth quarter, even in his short time with us, those have been his best moments. And it was interesting. Like it felt like 3/4 of the game, it just took him to get to that rhythm in the end, and that's normally when a lot of players start to feel the pressure of the game or the context or the fourth quarter and all that, and that's when he feels most comfortable.
All right, let's talk about Jimmy making his return here tonight. What's the tipping point that tonight is the night as opposed to a couple nights ago or even a couple more days that Jimmy's ready to go?
Just more work. It's been a while, since he's been in a real competitive game, and we haven't had opportunity to really practice, and we just wanted to, be as smart and responsible about this as possible. But, he would have broken things all over this office if we didn't allow him to play tonight.
Yeah, that was my next question was how difficult behind the scenes has he been wanting to get back out there? I mean, I know that there's a protocol, but he must have been ready to go for a little while now.
Yeah. We all know Jimmy, and he's a competitor, and when we sees that we're not able to find wins, he wants to get out there and help this team, like a lot of the guys that have missed. And everybody wants to help. Nobody feels good about where we are record-wise or what's happened in the last 5 games, even though we've had some really good stretches. And it's just good. The last 2 games, it's just felt good to have everybody back in the same, gym in the same prep, in the same locker room, all that stuff. We're getting people back in stages. All of these things are good things for our team.
Finally here, Coach, let's talk about this Kings team. We know about them on the defensive end. They're one of the lowest in the league as far as their percentages and their points allowed against. But offensively, it's a very good offensive team. They're top 10 in the major categories. So what do we do to try to make things difficult on them? Yeah,
this team can really score. And it starts with Fox, obviously, in transition. He puts a lot of pressure on your defense, particularly in those early offense situations where your defense isn't totally set. And they do a great job of getting into the paint, but also, they're top 5 in transition threes. Healed is number 1 in the league in those opportunities. So your defense has to be activated right from the get-go. Your changing of ends and next play speed has to be exceptional. And then they just have a very talented group of young guys, and Healed and Barnes, are just a great fit around the other guys. So we have to get defensively. We are making some progress, not where we want to be, but we're looking forward to having one of our better defensive games.
All right, good luck tonight, Coach. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Seth.
Okay, so as we heard Bam at the top of the segment says we need to figure things out. Now, him personally played great all season long, but I like his matchup here. Don't you want to see him aggressive from the start offensively?